professional paper hanger. And we're talking about how to hang wallpaper today. We've already done our preparation, got our walls ready to receive the wallpaper, and now we're going to cut 3 sheets. And we're only going to cut 3 sheets out of the first roll because that's normal in the industry. You're responsible for everything else after that. So cut 3 sheets, and we're going to check the wallpaper and go on from there. If you remember, our wall was 92 inches long. So we'll measure out a good bit first. You don't want to have to go right to the top. Leave an inch or 2 from the top and come down to 92 inches. That's the length, right there is the length of our wall. Right where your finger is, put your straight edge, and you've got extra. You've got at least 2.5 inches extra. Now, you can either cut it or tear it. I'm going to tear it. That's the length of your sheet. That's 92 inches with a little at the top and a little at the bottom. Now, because of the match, we need to cut another one just like it. We'll talk a little bit about matches in a little while, but right now I want to just cut the sheets. And again, we're only going to cut 3 sheets. So you can see here, you're going to, because of the type of match, you want to make the sheet exactly the same as the first sheet. Okay, well, we've lined it up. And as you can see at the top, there's not enough paper. What you need to do is keep moving your sheet until it matches again, and you'll have enough at the top and definitely enough at the bottom. And the next sheet will be the same way. As a matter of fact, the next sheet will be the same as the second sheet. Keep moving it down until the pattern matches and it's long enough. Pattern matches and it's long enough. As you can see, it's the same length as the second sheet. This is perfect. Cut it. We have our first 3 sheets, but I'm not going to take all of that material to the wall with me. I'm going to move it down. This was the extra. You don't need that extra. You're going to remove the excess paper. Now you have 3 sheets exactly the size you need. Next, we will be installing these 3 sheets and checking them. We'll be talking about how to install it.
To watch the other segments in this video series, or for
we're talking about wallpaper. We've done our preparation. We've put a thin layer of glue on the wall. We've cut our sheets. Now we've picked a place to start. In order to keep the sheet straight up and down, I'm going to draw a level line. Put the edge of your level on the line. Look at the bubble. Make sure the bubble is in the center. And make guidelines, top to bottom. We're going to go from close to the top to close to the bottom, because your paper will go in the direction that it wants to go in as you're going down the wall. And these lines are just guides to help you keep it going that way. Okay. This is where the first sheet's going to go. Second sheet, and so on. let's get started and dip our first sheet. Now, there's different directions on how, pay attention to your directions, but generally what we're going to do is we're going to go and submerge this in our water tray, pull it out, put the paste side to the paste side, and fold it up and let it sit for the recommended amount of time. And I've put the water tray in the bathtub because, well, I like to keep the water where the water belongs. It's too easy to trip or spill your water. So put your water tray in the tub, fill it with lukewarm water, go in, submerge your paper, take it out slowly, book it or fold it, don't crease it, paste the paste, and let it sit. Okay, we've dipped our sheet, we've allowed it to relax the required amount of time, and we're going to install it. And we'll take it up the ladder, unfold it. Now what I like to do is let it go down, let it open up. Open up. You can see it has enough paste. Now, rather than put this up to the ceiling and get paste on the ceiling, I'm going to say, just fold it over an inch. That will keep the ceiling protected from paste. And you can see I can put my pattern right where it needs to be, paying attention to the edge in our guide. Now don't go too far, because we know it's long enough. Smooth out what you have. You can take your plastic smoother, tuck it in, and as you can see, there's no paste getting on the ceiling. Next, your trim guide and a razor blade. When you cut straight across, don't take the knife out, move the blade. Move your trim guide. Move your trim guide. Don't take the blade out and continue across. And when you pull it out, you pull out the top and the bottom pieces. And it goes right up against the ceiling. Nothing, no paste on the ceiling. Now you're going to bring a sponge with you, just to wash as you go along. Don't rush it. It's important not to rush. You've gotten the first 3 feet nice and straight and trimmed. There's no need to go back up on that ladder. And you continue down the same way, right along your pencil mark. Smooth it. As you can see, it's staying nice and smooth and straight. That preparation we did earlier pays off with the installation. You can see the extra 2 inches at the bottom? No need to worry about adding extra. And always when you're smoothing, from the center out to the edge. Center out to the edge. This has made contact with the wall. Don't worry about how flat it is. You may see bubbles come. Don't worry about it. It's made contact with the wall. It'll dry. And it'll dry nice and flat. Now down at the bottom again, you've got your trim guide, you've got your knife, and your vinyl smoother. Tuck it in gently. Use your trim guide and your knife. Move the knife. Move your guide, move your guide, move your guide. Clean sponge. It's sticking beautifully. We'll be hanging our next sheet in just a minute.